Hi, I'm Chris Cardona here on Wonder of the Seas, and I want to thank you for continuing to join us as we explore the highlights of this incredible ship coming up on Talking Cruise. Gonna have a second brunch here at the Mason Jar. I liked it so much on embarkation day, I thought I'd come back. Great live music in the evenings. And then check out these rocking chairs with this fantastic view. This is kind of like a sea porch over here. So good morning once again from the Mason Jar, back here for brunch today, and I did have it on embarkation day, but it was a little rushed. I was just hoping that I'd be able to get in at least one more time, and they were able to get me a reservation for this morning. Just an interesting note is I noticed that the Mason Jar was not listed on any of the boards near the elevators as far as where its location is, and this particular venue was actually, because the ship was going to be going to China, this was going to be the hot pot restaurant that has been on some other ships in the China market, and because the ship was not going to go to China, they decided to come up with a new concept. So this was kind of something that was added pretty much last minute before the ship actually left the shipyard and went into service. So just an interesting note right there. But had a great dinner last night. Going to have a couple of different items this morning for brunch, but my impression has been really good for this place, and it seems to be quite popular, especially with the music and the specialty cocktails. People really like it. So here's to our last sea day here on board Wonder of the Seas, and there'll be more coming, and thanks again for coming along. So today's brunch is going to consist of the stuffed French toast, which comes with sliced banana, there's peanut butter, and candied bacon. And I love these little jars of syrup that they give you. And then over here, this is the breakfast biscuits. It starts with a homemade biscuit on the bottom. There's some onion jam, cheddar cheese. You can sort of see under there is homemade sausage, and then you can get it topped with any eggs that you like. I asked for egg whites because, trying to keep it healthy here. And then it's smothered with gravy as well, with some gravy on the side. So I'm looking forward to dig into this. These in-water loungers are plentiful here on Wonder of the Seas. Pretty much every pool has them. So it's a great way to cool off without maybe actually getting into the pool itself. And here in the aft pool section, there are these two hot tubs that have this clear see-through side. So it's kind of like an aquarium effect. Very popular here on Wonder of the Seas. This looks very inviting on a hot Caribbean day. And down here you get a better view of that overhang that was added up on deck 16 over there. Just a beautifully stunning day here in St. Thomas. Here's a sight you don't see all that often. These are the Wonder of the Seas lifeboats. They're doing some drills here in St. Thomas this morning. I'm here on the boardwalk, which is deck 6 aft on Wonder of the Seas, and I came for lunch at Playmakers Sports Bar and Arcade. This is an extra cost venue, but it is included on the unlimited dining package. Most menu items, though, are under $10. You can get some burgers, chicken sandwiches, chicken tenders, and of course some pretty darn good wings as well. This is a great place to come and obviously catch sports as well. They've got dozens and dozens of TVs. Normally when there is a big sporting day, this place is packed, but right now we're still in St. Thomas and taking a little bit of a break while it's not too busy in between all my filming on board the ship this week. So I thank you for continuing to come along with me, and cheers to even more coming soon. So this is the crispy chicken sandwich here at Playmakers Sports Bar and Arcade, and it comes with a side of steak fries, and that sauce over there is the Playmaker sauce, and it comes with lettuce, tomato, and onion on a really nice brioche bun. It's one of my go-tos here at Playmaker Sports Bar. So one of the cool things that happens in the Promenade are parades, and we're just getting ready for one here called Anchors Aweigh.
Let the wind catch your sails. Anchors aweigh.
Wonderful. Google me, I'm trending worldwide. Yes, ladies, yes, the master is here. I'm here at the helm. Oh, the sounds of the Arabian Nights. Ahoy, shipbuilders, here's sailors. Try saying that 3 times fast. There be dragons!
No! That is the deadliest lakes and oceans, and they're the spirit of strength and vitality, and they are awesome under the boat.
Yes, what she said. These human-powered vessels are legends in our race. They waddle speed at a furious pace. Thus they can really cut a run.
It's not quite dinner. Lunch is past, but you can come over here to a Loco Fresh, grab some burritos, tacos, quesadillas, or nachos. Kind of fills the gap. How about the caramel flan or the tres leches cake? So like I was saying, sometimes you need something to fill that gap. El Loco Fresh fits that bill. Got a nice chicken burrito, some nachos, guac, and some salsa, and then a tres leches dessert here. It's a nice, little pick-me-up before dinner in a couple of hours. So I'm back here at the Mason Jar, this time for dinner. I was able to snag a dinner reservation. There's a really nice bar here at the Mason Jar, and the band is getting queued up for a performance, which occurs nightly. So I am back here at the brand new Mason Jar on board Wonder of the Seas. This is the first restaurant of its kind in the entire fleet from Royal Caribbean. And I was here for brunch on embarkation day, if you caught my first video, which I actually quite enjoyed. It was a lot of food to kind of eat as soon as you get on board the ship, but it was very, very good, and they told me to try to come for dinner, and luckily they were able to find me a reservation open on day 5. So what I like about this place is that it's very hospitable. So you come and they bring you different types of bread. So we got jalapeno cornbread and a biscuit, and then there's a honey butter and a regular butter. So if you're into these kinds of things, that's a nice kind of way to start. And they try to have an eclectic menu of different southern favorites. So I'm going to have a little bit of everything, some barbecue, some shrimp and grits, and I'll kind of mix it up a little bit, and don't even know what I'm going to be getting for dessert yet, but I will bring them to you as they arrive. And again, I thank you so much for continuing to enjoy the wonder of the seas with me. So this is my first course here. This is the crawfish gumbo, and I can just smell that spice coming out. It smells really, really good, and it's a very nice presentation. So we're moving on this mountain journey for dinner, and if you can hear that really great music in the background, they have live music here at certain times during the evening. Anyway, to get back to the food, this is the shrimp and grits. I haven't had this in quite a while, and it looks fantastic, it smells fantastic, and it looks like there might be some andouille sausage in there, although I did not see that mentioned in the menu. And then over here we have the St. Louis style ribs, which are just glistening. This is a half rack, and coleslaw, and this is a sweet potato mash, and there's a little bit of a sauce on the side. So this is shaping up to be a real nice, almost down-home meal here, and I'm looking forward to finishing. And for dessert, we have a bread pudding that is made with buttery croissants and a bourbon custard. And then this is the maple bacon ice cream. Looks like vanilla, but that's probably the base. And yeah, this has been a fantastic meal. I would definitely come back here again. I would have what I had, but I would probably try something else as well. But yeah, really good place. Nice lighting around the pool at nighttime. And I don't know if they've had a problem with this, but there's a sign there that says, warning, pool nets do not support body weight. Just in case you're getting any ideas. going to go out on a limb here and say that I think this is one of the nicest lit pool decks that I've seen on a Royal Caribbean ship before. Really like it.
The stage is yours. Lisa, the stage is yours.
the Lime and Coconut Bar, which is deck 15. This is the port side. And you can see that that new sort of shrouded area that they have up on deck 16 extends down here as well. This is the bottom section of the Crown and Anchor logo. This is kind of the lobby section, if you will, for the Windjammer and the Mason jar. Okay, we're here aft on deck number 15, and we're going to go check out the Windjammer Marketplace buffet. If you're familiar with other Oasis-Class ships, you'll notice that there's a major change here. Is that the Windjammer, the entire Windjammer, is actually on deck 15, where on other Oasis-Class ships, it's on deck number 16. So when you walk in this Windjammer, lots of places to wash your hands. And the first thing you notice is that there's a wide open space when you first enter here. There's also a bar right off the side that serves drinks as well as coffees, and they are available on the beverage packages or your diamond coupons. Over here there's a vegetarian section, which looks kind of interesting. And it looks like a waffle station as well. Now, this being breakfast time, you're going to obviously see all the breakfast items laid out, but it is open for lunch and it is open for dinner as well. It's nice to have some little charcuterie plates set up. And check out this kids corner where everything is kids height. Some nice fruit and nice sweets, the donuts, donut holes. Some yogurt station with muesli. And some parfaits as well. And over here they have a custom omelet station, which I always go for myself. It's nice here. They have a bagel station and also a variety of salmons here in the morning.
Thank you.
And look at all these really nice fresh baked goods here. Wow, look at that. Nicely cut up fresh fruits. Oh, fruit skewers with some yogurt dipping. Nice. Here's the non-low calorie section. Look at these incredible waffles, and they smell even better. I love how they label this American section here. Now there will be some duplication between different stations, so walk around a little bit, see what they have, get a lay of the land here. It should be pretty similar every morning for breakfast and lunch and dinner as far as where things are located. One thing you really notice is that there's a lot of seating up against the windows here, so you have a great view. And this new location also gives you, for the first time, a view down to the boardwalk and the AquaTheater. You have the beverage station as well as the popular Coca-Cola freestyle machines. Now we're just walking along the back section. So it does look like it's a complete loop, pretty much all around the boardwalk area. And again, look at that view down to the boardwalk. Now from the back section, we're going to loop back around from where we started. And again, this looks more or less like a duplicate of what's on the other side. But I'm really liking this layout. It seems pretty logical, as well as there's a nice space between the stations. And as we move a little bit forward through the Windjammer, I just noticed that it actually flows right into the brand new mason jar. I guess this is for overflow seating. That's a good idea as well. So this morning I'm here at the Windjammer Marketplace, which is on deck 15, not on deck 16, for the first time on an Oasis-Class ship. I'm actually sitting here along this counter that wraps around the boardwalk below, and what a fantastic view. You really get a whole different perspective in this Windjammer versus the other ships. And like I said, I'm very impressed with the layout and the way they have the stations spread out from each other. And again, the view, you just can't miss. So thanks for continuing to come along with me. A lot more planned for today, more places to show you to dine at and activities. And cheers, we'll see you soon. In addition to the carved wooden horses that are not here on Wonder of the Seas, my eagle-eyed mom, who absolutely loves Oasis-Class ships, they are some of her favorite. She did point out that it looks as though this carousel is actually smaller or has fewer carved animals, perhaps, but it does definitely seem smaller compared to other Oasis-Class ships. If you need even more of a sugar rush, in addition to all the amazing desserts and things they have on board, Wonder of the Seas, come over here to Sugar Beach. And they have a plethora of bulk candies. Nothing is included here. This is all with an extra cost, and it is by weight. But you can see here they've got tons of variety of the most popular candies available. And I know my kids just love these squishables, or whatever they're called. And these are very cute. A little donut. And they even have things like these giant gummy bears, huge Hershey bars, and so forth. And they also have hard scooped ice cream as well. And there's the current pricing for ice cream. $3 for small, $4.50 for medium, $5.75 for the large. And they have these other items here. Looks like a sundae, a taco, and a cookie crunch split. And don't forget the toppings. And of course, because kids are shoppers too, they've got this Kids Royal Caribbean logo shop. On other ships, this is sometimes a surf shop, clothing shop or sundry shop. But here on Wonder of the Seas, they have Barbie dolls, Barbie the Ocean collection, shirts, some mermaids, and then these nice backpacks actually are pretty cool looking. So if you did not know, the Boardwalk Doghouse on board Oasis-Class ships is complimentary. They have several varieties of hot dogs, classic hot dog, chicken and apple sausage, smoked Bavarian bratwurst, Sicilian pork sausage, and then they have a bunch of toppings as well. So I'm back here on the boardwalk on board Wonder of the Seas, and it's that time again, sort of in between lunch and still way too early for dinner. But on sea days, as is the case today, you can come to the Boardwalk Doghouse. They're open pretty much all day long, and I've got a great variety of classic hot dogs, bratwurst, and this one here is the chicken and apple sausage with the side of slaw. And everything looks fresh, nicely made rolls, and all the condiments, sauerkraut and other things that you might want. So definitely a great place to check out. It is completely complimentary, and it's a good little snack, or have it as your lunch as well. How about we take a ride here on the Rising Tide Bar? Let's go on board. back at the Mason Jar once again, but this time I'm actually here at the bar. I know they have a lot of specialty drinks, Wet Your Whistle, and I'd like to at least try one of them before I head back home. So there's very interesting, a lot of them are heavily garnished, and I'm actually going to get a recommendation from one of their barkeeps to see what looks most visually interesting. I don't really care as far as what's in it. It's kind of immaterial to me, but I want to sort of give you an idea of the pretty creative drinks that they have here at the Mason Jar. So let's see what they've got. All right, so we're going for the PB&J Old Fashioned here at the Mason Jar.
Strawberry jelly, some walnut bitters,
Thank you so much. So here's to the PB&J Old Fashioned at the Mason Jar, on board Wonder of the Seas. Cheers.
I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And burns, burns, the ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet.
So I am here in one of my favorite spots on Oasis-Class ships, which is 150 Central Park, located within Central Park. Deck number 8, midship, and it has a very nice menu here. I like the fact that it's kind of a mix. You have a little bit of seafood, fish options, a little bit of other proteins. My favorite things are like the beet salad, which is the only place on the ship that has something such as that. You got pumpkin bisque. You got, of course, you have classic Caesar salad, but then they also have things like pork belly and scallops and short rib as well. And then for the entrees, my go-to is usually the venison loin. I'm kind of partial to that, but you can also get duck. You can get cauliflower steak if that's kind of your thing. Lobster thermidor, classic dish. Lamb Wellington in the puff pastry. There's veal medallions, and then they have a roasted tenderloin of beef for 2 as well. But I did find out you can get it for 1 as well if you're here by yourself, such as I am. So yeah, it's a very nice menu, and I'll bring you all my choices tonight. And again, thank you so much for coming along. So you'll be brought this amazing brioche bread, which has thyme and oregano, and there's a truffle butter on top. You really can't go wrong with this as a start to your meal here at 150 Central Park. So I'm a big fan of beets of all types, and this is the beet salad here at 150 Central Park. They have a herb-covered goat cheese, some heirloom tomatoes, of course the beets, and then there's a champagne vinaigrette and some prosciutto as well. And it's very good. It's light, but extremely flavorful, and always one of my choices here at 150 Central Park.
The bowl is plated with creme fraiche. You have lotus root chip. You have basil leaf that is deep fried. You have croutons, pumpkin seeds, and apple root bacon. Here goes your soup in. You mix the soup well and enjoy the flavors.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
So here we have the seared scallops, and with chorizo and an orange sauce. It's also one of my favorite starters here at 150 Central Park. So here we have the seared venison loin, which has a puree of turnip and parsnip, Brussels sprouts, as well as a chocolate port wine sauce. and perfectly cooked to doneness, and one of my favorites here at 150. So here we have the fried cheesecake, which has a stripe of Nutella on the bottom, whipped cream, and caramelized popcorn. Nice.
Always thrilling are the trio of slides of the perfect storm. Start off with the pair of racing slides, Cyclone and Typhoon, then feel the whirling effect of the Supercell Bowl slide.
So it's the last night here on board Wonder of the Seas, and tonight my last dinner here will be at Hooked Seafood. I've been wanting to come back here since I was last on Symphony of the Seas, which is where this restaurant concept debuted. As soon as you walk in, you can get a bit of a preview of the fantastic fresh cuisine that they have here at Hooked Seafood. Have a look at that. That looks fantastic. So it is a little bittersweet that we're here at the end of this amazing cruise on board Wonder of the Seas. 7 nights just doesn't really seem enough anymore for me. I just feel like longer cruises are better. Why not? But it's been an incredible week. The ship is beautiful. The service has been outstanding. The food has been great. And the entertainment just really what I've come to expect from Royal Caribbean, and they always seem to deliver. I love the changes that have been made to the ship, and especially in the upper decks. I hope that this is something that going forward will be, followed through on other ships as well. And tonight, for my last dinner here on board, I am at Hooked Seafood. This is one of my favorites. I've been looking forward to this for quite a while. Since the last time I was at Hooked, which was on board Symphony of the Seas, I think a couple of years ago. So the menu is great. If you're a seafood lover, this is really the place to be. So I have all 3 of my starters here at once. So this is the tossed salad. You can get this with a protein, chicken or shrimp. I just decided to go with just the regular greens. Over here, one of my favorites. This is the crab and clam chowder. Again, love it. And then over here we have the New England crab cake. It's a beautiful presentation, actually. And every time you come to this restaurant, you also get these, which are their famous homemade biscuits. They're very savory, a little bit of spice, and really, really fantastic. So I look forward to this meal. Everything just looks spectacular. All right, so this is the Captain's Platter, which consists of a 4-ounce lobster tail, a fresh fish selection, which this is the Bronzino this evening. And then there is some shrimp over here, and all of this is grilled, so it's not deep fried or anything like that. Of course, I'm sure it has a lot of seasonings and some butter and so forth, but you're not here to watch your waist. It's excellent. And then here are my side choices. This is the scrumptious lobster mac and cheese, and then something to counter that is a creamy coleslaw. And here for dessert, we have the classic Boston cream pie, one of my favorites going back to childhood.
Sounds made using the vocal folds for talking, laughing, crying, and singing.
Thanks for joining us and all the highlights here on board the incredible wonder of the seas. Don't forget to like this video, post your comments and questions, hit that notification bell, and subscribe for more Talking Cruise.